Hi guys, this is Jackie from techjackie.com and welcome to another video on SEO. In today's video, I'd like to discuss on one of the topics which was requested by one of my subscribers about local citations. So in this video, I'm going to dive into a different set of questions that are frequently asked with regards to local citations. And at the end of this video, you should be able to have a strong knowledge about local citations when it comes to local SEO. So without further ado, let's get started. So let me just start off with a definition here in case you're new to the channel or new to the local SEO in general. So local citation is any online mention of the name, address, and phone number, as well as different information for a local business. For example, working hours, or the about section about your business, something like that. So citations can occur on a local business directories, on websites and apps, and on the social platforms such as Facebook or Twitter, something like that. So what is the key important here when it comes to local citations? The key important thing here is to maintain a consistent NAP. Maintain a consistent NAP, or name, address, and phone number. These are the abbreviations. So why we have to maintain a consistent NAP? Like I'm pretty sure you've been hearing this a lot, but you must be having this on your mind as to why we have to maintain a consistent NAP when it comes to local citations. Well, I wish I knew the exact answer to this, right? But to be honest, no one really knows the exact answer, because it's just how Google process, right? It's just how their algorithm works, and no one truly knows how Google actually works, right? But there has been many speculations and logical reasons behind this, and which also makes sense as well. So according to me as well, any SEO professionals, a consistent NAP means that your business is a trustworthy and credible enough, right? So by maintaining a consistent NAP, you ensure that your business is trustworthy and credible enough in Google's eyes, right? Because it's essentially like a sign of business trustworthiness. Like if your business is actually real and legit, right? So it is also very important that all your main information, such as your name, address, and phone number, should be accurate, right? So it's kind of like a little bit common sense here as well. And I also think that Google also operate in that way. So that's probably one of the main reasons why you need to maintain a consistent NAP, right? Now for example, if you suppose you're starting out with local SEO, and you've been doing local citations, but you never really kept your NAP consistent, then what is some of the ways that you can check for any inconsistency? Now there's a free online tools out there called Moz Local, which is a is a Moz product, right? Moz is a very big player in SEO industry. So you can simply go to moz.com/products/local and click on the button check my presence here. This will essentially check your local citations against all of the major listings, but mind you that this only works in United States and Canada and United Kingdom. So it doesn't work if your business is situated elsewhere. So all you have to do is enter your business like primary information, like for example a company name. Let's say this website, right? There's this particular computer repair shop in Edmonton, so I will name it as TechOS. And the street address, let me just go on Google and find it out. So just simply enter all the details here, right? So go ahead and copy the address and the zip code as well, and this is in Canada, so you can go ahead and click check now here. As you can see, the tool will go ahead and fetch out all the information about your citation across multiple online platforms. As you can see here, it also checks whether you have your business listed or not. Like for example, in this case, this particular business is not listed in Bing's local citations, right? And even Facebook, they didn't mention their address stuff there on their Facebook, as well as Foursquare here. It also checks the name and different things, as you can see, business information, but it only checks against all the major listings, as you can see here. Okay. But suppose if you live outside of these three countries, US, Canada, and United Kingdom, then you probably need to hire someone, right, to maybe to have investigate into your local citation and see if there's any inconsistency or not, right? Okay, so like how many citations should you have, right? Like how many citations should your business have? This is also another very frequently asked question that I get all the time. Well, it depends, right? It depends. Like it depends on your competitors. Like for example, if the majority of your competitors have, let's say, minimum of 25, then you also should try to strive for at least 25, right? 25 to 30 citations, something like that. But before before listing your website in different citations, make sure that your business is listed in across all the major citations, right? Like as you probably know, there are tons and tons of web directories and local citation sites out there, but there are only a few which Google really trusted and takes into considerations. Like for example, Yelp, right? Yellow Pages, TripAdvisors, Hot Frog, all these big reputable local citation sites. So how can you go ahead and find out which are the trusted citations? So there's an easy way you can do that. Like simply go to Google and type in local citations, let's say in Canada, something like that, and then you get a bunch of results here. Like probably the first and the second results should be only containing the one which really that Google really trusted. Like for example, this comes from this site Bright Local, which is a very authoritative site when it comes to local SEO. So I'm sure that they only should be listing out only the trusted citation sites. So yeah, as you can see here, these are the trusted source that Google trusts. Like for example, Foursquare, right? BBB.org, here.com, right? And Yellow Pages, as you can see. So make sure that your business is listed across the major citations first, then you can start going into the small one or the other type of citation, something like that. Okay, so now you understand that NAP consistency is one of the most important thing, but is there any negative impact? Like for example, if you have committed a mistake by having inconsistency in your NAP, is there any very harmful negative effect or impact to this? Well, according to my experience, it does have some negative impact when it comes to your local ranking, but not too much, right? It should really be reflected in your Google My Business more than your organic ranking. So when it comes to negative impact, I would say it has more negative impact on GMB ranking than organic ranking, right? Like I also have many of my clients who came and had many inconsistency in their NAPs. Still, they're doing very well in their organic ranking, but when it comes to their Google My Business ranking, they kind of struggle around, right? So this is a very interesting part as well. But if you can really hire someone and clean the citations for you, to fix all the inconsistency, then I would really advise to go after that. But if let's say you have built thousands and thousands of citations and it seems impossible for you to really go ahead and change all of that, then I would just let it be like that, right? You don't really have to worry much about it, because even though it may impact your Google My Business ranking, but there are also many other ways that you can do to improve your Google My Business ranking as well. So for example, if you have lots and lots of positive reviews, then this can kind of compensate for your inconsistency, right? So because if Google uses multiple signals to rank a website, and when one signal kind of can compensate for another signal, then Google will try to do that, of course. So is NAP consistency a big deal? I would say no, of course. Like, obviously, when it comes to Google My Business ranking, the most important thing is probably the reviews, and then comes your how you have listed your business, like information and all those stuff, and then NAP consistency is probably one of the last, right? So you shouldn't really worry much about it when it comes to if you have done a mistake by having NAP inconsistency. Okay, and lastly, this is also like one of questions which I got asked a few days ago by one of my subscriber, that is how to index citations that don't get indexed on Google, right? Okay, so when it comes to Google indexability, Google really Google will try to avoid indexing a site or links that it doesn't trust much, right? So if suppose your citations don't get indexed, it probably means you have got your citations from a site that Google that doesn't trust. Like like besides all the trusted directories that I just showed you earlier, there are also obviously a lot of citation sites out there, right? And some of them you may have citations, you may have your business listed, but your citation didn't get indexed. So but if you really want to get indexed, right, there's a small hack to this as well. So you can go to Fiverr and search for backlinks indexing service, right? Backlinks indexing service. Now there's like different gigs. Like you can get started with just $5. As cheap as $5, you can get your citations or your backlinks indexed. Now these people, they will use what we call as an indexer, which will kind of force Google to index your citations or backlinks. Like for example, this this guy will index 25 backlinks using a premium link indexing service, as you can see. So you can always try this kind of service as well. It won't have any negative impact on your ranking for sure, but at the end of the day, if Google doesn't index the site naturally, it means that Google doesn't trust that site, right? So you may want to avoid having citations on those sites as well, right? And that's all for all the commonly asked questions which I get all the times. If you have any more questions when it comes to local SEO or local citations, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll try to answer them as soon as possible. And if you want me to make any video on any topic just like this one, make sure you comment down in the comment section down below as well. And that's all for it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.